All right, church, we are looking at Titus chapter 2 today for our daily Bible reading. Word of the day is teach. As Paul grounds us in the fact that everything he's going to be saying is truthful, is from God, is not based on lies, is beneficial for us. It has this added component then of teaching it. We need to know the truth, but then we need to be about instructing others, teaching them this truth as well. And also allowing them to teach us wherever we are in that spectrum, is that there's always an improvement that can be made by all of us in our understanding and our application of God's truth. If we look at just even in verse 1, but as for you, teach what accords with sound doctrine. That is Paul's main goal here, teaching Titus the truth, that he is to teach what accords with sound doctrine, or sound truth, or correct truth, correct teaching is what needs to flow through him as the pastor to the rest of the church, to be a church that is glorifying God. And as repeats this again in verse 3, in verse 12, and verse 14, in chapter 2, all these instructions of teaching that the truth of God's word is manifest in how we apply it to our lives. As we wrapped up the Gospel of Matthew in chapter 28 in the Great Commission, we talked about having a mission from God, that we are to do what? Make disciples. So we're basing the making our disciples on the truth that Jesus died and rose again, and that he's commanded us to obey everything he's commanded. So if you are a follower of Christ, you are a disciple. So somebody should be pouring into you, guiding you, teaching you, and there needs to be someone that you are teaching God's truth to as well. So pray about that and apply God's word.